Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Buck's Beat, episode 157. Today will be a glance ahead to next week's Georgia-Florida matchup. Like so many Georgia football fans out there, man, I'm really excited about heading back down to Jacksonville, making the trip down, see another Bulldog Gator matchup, and I'm going to be teeing it up in the Danny Werfel Desire Cup Rivalry for a Cause golf tournament at TPC Sawgrass. It's the Dogs versus the Gators down there, and it's always a lot of fun beating up on those Gators on the golf course. And I'm really excited about the game on Saturday. Bulldogs will be facing a Gators team without a head coach, as Billy Napier has been fired after a 22-23 overall record. 12-16 in the SEC, 5-17 against ranked teams, and only 3-12 against the Florida rivals. The critics said about Napier, it was a very predictable offense, that he was in charge of scheming and play calling. Gators with a lot of penalties and mismanagement. And while the AD Strickland is busy searching for a new head coach, the Gators team will be led by interim head coach Billy Gonzalez, who's been a member of the Gator staff for a long time. Gonzalez has stated publicly this week that the quarterback coach Ryan O'Hara will take over the play calling duties, and Gonzalez is asking him to spread it out a little bit more. Get these playmakers involved out in space. They've got two highly rated freshman receivers, Vernell Brown, averaging over 14 yards a catch, and Dallas Wilson, averaging over 15 yards a catch. They want to get those two freshmen involved, making some big plays. Quarterback DJ Lagway has had a lot of success last season, so much so that most felt like he was going to come in and do some great things this season. But as you analyze what has gone wrong with DJ Lagway, you'll find out that last season, a lot of his success came against man coverage. Hit a lot of deep ball throws, able to extend plays and make plays with his legs against man coverage, and it's been a disaster this season. And one of the reasons why Lagway has struggled is because defenses have been playing mainly zone coverage against Lagway, taking away the deep throws and his ability to extend plays, forcing him to stand in the pocket, go through his progressions, and throw it accurately from inside the pocket. The result has been the Gators' passing game has been stagnant. The Georgia defense coming off a rough performance against Ole Miss, allowing the Rebels to score on 5 consecutive touchdown drives to start the game. But defense stepped up late in the ball game when the game hung in the balance, got 3 big stops in the second half. And I'll tell you, linebacker C.J. Allen has been impressive. He's performing at an All-American level at linebacker. And I'm getting ready to see C.J. Allen go up against the Gator running back, Jaden Baugh from Metro Atlanta. Baugh is a rough and tough running back, averaging over 5 yards a carry. And you're going to see he and C.J. Allen knocking heads a lot in this matchup next week. You know, in spite of Ole Miss having success, I'm feeling more confident about the secondary play. DeMello Jones has stepped up opposite of Dalen Everett, getting more playing time at the opposite cornerback, and DeMello's looking really good. Ellis Robinson is playing better. Everett got beat on an explosive play in the third quarter to start the second half against Ole Miss, but Dalen continues to deliver all SEC caliber play at the linebacker position. You know, the one area this Bulldog defense needs to get going is the edge rush. The Dogs only have 8 sacks in 7 games. And 7 of those 8 sacks have come from the inside linebacker position when Schumann and Kirby are bringing some heat. So got to get something going off the edge. And with his extra time to get ready for the Gators, hopefully they can scheme something up. Let's flip it around, talk about the Georgia offense. Gunner Stockton comes in hot in this Georgia-Florida matchup. Gunner's rated number 2 in college football in QBR. He's playing at a high level, had a big game against Ole Miss. His confidence is really high. I'm sure he's making Feinbaum eat some of those words that Feinbaum had against Stockton before the season started. Good to see Gunner really thriving in this Bulldog offense. You know, the best news on the offense for Georgia is this Bulldog offensive line is back at full force, particularly at the right tackle spot where you get the veteran Ernest Green is back, starting at right tackle, getting most of the reps at right tackle. And I really believe this is huge. Huge getting him back and having him at the right tackle spot. Left tackle Monroe Freeling is over his ankle injury, and that is also good news. Left guard Micah Morris has healed up from multiple injuries. He's feeling better. And at right guard now, both of these freshmen continue to develop and improve. Juan Gaston and Dontrell Glover continue to get better at that right guard spot. So the offensive line has been solidified again, and that is great news for this Bulldog offense. Look, if the Bulldogs are going to make a run in the upcoming college football playoffs, this offensive line has got to help lead the way. Need this group healthy down the stretch of the season and clearing the way in the run game and protecting Gunner Stockton in the passing game. You know, the one big issue on offense for Georgia is ex-wide receiver Colbie Young went down early in the Ole Miss game with a fractured leg, and just tough news for Colbie, who was off to a really good start to the season. So next man up, Noah Thomas, who many Georgia fans, you've been asking about Noah Thomas. Everywhere I go, seems like people are saying, Buck, what about Noah Thomas? Where is he at? Well, the bye week came at a good time for Noah Thomas with Colbie Young going out injured. I'm sure he's been getting a lot of reps during the bye week with the ones and getting a lot of reps with Gunner Stockton, building a little more confidence with Gunner, getting all those reps at practice. I'm looking for impact out of Noah Thomas the rest of the season. Hey, at running back, Nate Frazier stepped up big against the Rebels. Good to see him back running hard. Chauncey Bowen's back in there over that calf injury. Those guys combined for 27 carries, 133 yards against Ole Miss. The run game looks good. Passing game's looking good. Mike Bobo has schemed up a really balanced offense, which is huge when you're facing some really good defenses. So this is going to be really important to keep that balance the rest of the way. And this tight end position has been outstanding. Both Oscar Delp and Lawson Lucky continue to play at a high level, and I think those guys have been really the key to the offense doing what they've done. These two tight end formations, they're on the field a lot together, helping block in the run game. They also are doing great things in the passing game. They combined for 9 catches last week. Lucky had the 3 touchdown grabs. They have been really, really impressive. The Gator defense, defensive coordinators Ron Roberts, they're number 33 in scoring defense, roughly giving up about 20 points a game. And Roberts has been scheming it up coverage-wise, playing a lot of too high safety looks this season with the intent trying to prevent big explosive plays. So look for Mike Bobo to try to victimize that with that run game for Georgia. One less man in the box when you've got 2 high safeties that you're going with. One other noticeable trait about this Gator defense is they've been really good in the red zone preventing the touchdowns, forcing field goals. The Gators are top 15 in college football, only allowing touchdowns at a 40% rate when offenses get in the red zone. Right now, the Bulldogs are favored by 7.5 heading to Jacksonville. I know you're wondering, hey, who's going to be the Gators' next head coach? Who will that be? And I think the obvious best fit is Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. And I believe he's going to look at this job very carefully. You've got a Florida football facility. They've upgraded that. It's now one of the tops in the SEC. As you know, it's a fertile recruiting ground in the state of Florida. Keep an eye on Kiffin as far as the Florida head coaching job goes. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Bucks Beat. We'll be back next week with a deeper dive into the matchups in this Georgia-Florida game. Have a great weekend, everybody.